What's happening? This is Eric and
Victoria.
And we are coming at you live from our home office in beautiful Marietta, Georgia. And we just wanted to shoot this quick live video to discuss the topic of being prolific producers of content. Now, I know that's a mouthful, but the thing is, one of the things we're focused on, or the main thing we're focused on, is helping network marketers take their business online, leveraging the internet, leveraging the billions of people on the internet. And one of the things you have to do in order to be able to recruit people online, to be able to sell your products online, is to get people to know, like, and trust you.
That's right.
And one of the ways to do that is to provide value to them on an ongoing basis. And so you want to produce content, you want to get information out there that's helpful to your market, to your tribe, to your people that are following you. And the thing is, maybe initially when you're starting to produce content, now various ways to produce content. There's Facebook Lives, which is what we're doing right now. You know, you can do blog posts, you can do emails to your list using an autoresponder. You can get out content via Messenger. There's so many different ways to get content out there. But the important thing is to get into the habit of producing content on a regular basis.
Consistent basis.
You want to be consistent. You know, and I understand that some people might be time challenged. Maybe you're building your business part-time. Maybe you have a job that's absorbing most of your time. So, you know, it's kind of challenging to get content out there.
We know.
But the thing, but the thing you want to do is to leverage your training. There's, you know, the probably one of the worst things you can do is to invest in a ton of training and just sit on it. You know, let it get dusty. You put your training, you've got all of these notebooks full of training.
But they haven't been applied.
They haven't been applied. And so what you want to do, you want to take that training, you want to apply it right away, and then you want to share it with your people. And as part of that process, one of the things you need to understand is until you develop a following, you still need to do it. In other words, when you first start doing your Facebook Lives, now a lot of people will do Facebook Lives on your profile page, but we believe in doing it on the fan page.
Fan page is for business.
The fan page
profile is for social.
There you go.
Huge difference.
There you go. Huge difference.
Huge.
And as entrepreneurs, as business people, we prefer doing our Facebook Lives on the fan page. Now, the thing that happens, and people will notice that when you initially start doing your Facebook Lives on the fan page, you may have a bunch of fans, but there may not be a lot of engagement initially. Because when you when you first do your live, you may hear some crickets, but that's okay.
Give it time.
That's okay.
Patience.
Because when you're producing your content, one of the first benefits that you want to gain from doing your content is finding your voice. Because when you're getting started in this business, you don't really know who you are yet as a marketer.
You may not even know who your audience is yet.
You may not know who your audience is. So it's a kind of give and take. You produce content. You find out what content is getting the most engagement. That's going to help you to develop into the marketer that you need to become. But the other part is finding your voice. You know, what is your particular area of expertise? What are you passionate about? What is your lane? Because your lane, that's what you're going to be known for. And that's one of the most important parts of your branding. You know, if you're going to be an expert, what type of expert are you? You know, what type of people do you want to draw in to your business?
That's real
Because you don't want to just be a Me Too marketer. You don't want to be, oh, okay, here's another person just like all of those other people.
You don't want to be part of the masses.
You don't want to be part of the masses.
Stand out.
Yeah,
That's
right.
part of your branding.
And as you know, we were discussing in our previous video, there's the there's the red ocean and the blue ocean, and that's part of this Harvard theory that there's more competition. If you're doing everything the same thing that everybody else is doing, you're operating in the same market, in the same overall market, it's what we call a red ocean, because that's where the sharks are eating up each other.
You want to stand out.
You want to go to the blue ocean.
Yeah.
You want to go and find your niche. And one of the ways you're going to find, and by the way, your niche is where the profit is. The profit is in the niches, right? You want to go to the niches where the profit is. And so part of discovering your niche is producing content on a regular basis.
That's good.
You produce as much content as you can. We produce some form of content just about every day. We're
every
here
day,
regularly providing
every day,
content
consistently.
And you can look at our initial Facebook Lives, and we were totally different then. I mean, we
have grown a long way.
We were not
like a rubber band.
Like a rubber band. We were not in our zone back then. But by doing this over and over again, we got over the initial jitters.
And we are time challenged, but we make it happen.
We make it happen.
It's part of our lifestyle now.
Absolutely.
We don't even think about it.
You find your zone. You find out who you are. You find out what you're passionate about. There may be something that happens in the industry that really affects you. Maybe it irks you, or maybe it's something that you really like. Maybe it's something you feel like you can capitalize on. Maybe there's a new change, a new shift, like Messenger in Facebook, and you think that that's something that you can capitalize on. Well, that becomes a new niche for you. And if that's something that you perfect, then all of a sudden you're a leader.
Woo!
How powerful is that?
That is.
If you can create a product.
You're the expert.
You're the expert. And if you can create a product around that, and a product, and by the way, when I say product, I'm talking about training around a particular niche, you become the expert, and you become very, very profitable. And so
in demand.
In demand. People want to follow leaders.
They want to follow you.
So you want to be a prolific leader. You want to produce lots of content. You want to produce content on a regular basis. Consistently. And maybe initially you're going to hear crickets out there. There are not going to be a lot of people commenting on what you have to say.
Initially.
Eventually, your tribe will find you. Your followers will find you.
They'll know your vibe.
Once you find your voice, you're going to start to resonate with people that need to be helped. And unless you go through the work it takes to find your voice, there are people out there that you could be helping that are not going to be helped. There are people out there right now that are looking for you as a leader. And if you don't step up to the challenge, they're going to suffer in silence. How sad would that be? How sad would that be? How sad. You don't even know what level you'll rise to unless you focus on developing your skills, getting those specific skills, applying those skills, and sharing them. Share them. Whether you get feedback or not, keep on sharing it. The more you share it, the stronger you'll be.
Give to get. You got to give to get.
And you'll find your lane, you'll develop your niche, you'll move from the red ocean into the blue ocean of profitability. And that's our brief message for this Friday night. Hope you're having a great Friday.
That's right.
If not, let's make it a great one.
And remember, excellence always prevails.
Oh, and one more thing for you. If you like the information we're providing, and you'd like additional information, just type info in the comments.
Info.
We'll definitely get right back to you.
We'll respond.
With that, Eric and Victoria, make it a great one.